Man, the Coach Me Up podcast is coming next month. I am so excited to be just a member of this team, watch it grow, and just really speak encouragement into a lot of folks' life, because I need it spoken into my own life as well. And most of you know me, Jimmy Dykes, college basketball analyst. You see me a lot during the winter months. My co-host, I'm so blessed and so grateful for him to be a member of this team for this project, is Chris Burke. You know him as one of the top college baseball analysts in the country right now, fresh off calling the College World Series, the Major League Draft, gearing up for the Little League World Series. He's everywhere when it comes to baseball. Longtime Major League Baseball player, was a first-round draft pick out of Tennessee, and he and I have become buddies over the last few years. Just I admire his life. I admire how he speaks truth into people when he's around them. I've already learned from him and grown from him. I'm going to be coached up by Chris on this podcast. At times, I'm going to coach him up a little bit, but we're going to bring guys on and ladies on that are way better than both of us at just dealing with life and dealing with things we all struggle with and go through and want to learn from. Because at the end of the day, Chris and I are just, we're just a couple of real guys like everybody else. So I love the theme, Coach Me Up. And Chris, you're a phenomenal broadcaster, but you also do a great job of coaching kids right now. Just kind of tell us what that means in terms of Coach Me Up and where this podcast is going to go.
Yeah, well, Jimmy, thanks for that intro. I'm fired up about working with you and partnering with you, and I know something that has marked my life through being raised by godly parents and fortunately teammates with a lot of men that kind of pointed me in the right direction is I need encouragement and accountability. I need people that call me higher. I need people that show me the way. I need people to teach me about things that I don't know about. And one of the things I talk to my kids about that I coach is this concept of being coachable, able to be coached. And so I'm fired up to partner with you, Jimmy, to be coached ourselves, to maybe be a source of sharpening for others, and to bring on guests that are going to show us practical ways to use godly principles in our everyday lives for His glory and the good of others. So can't wait to get started, fired up to meet our podcast family, so to speak, and be a source of joy, of light to the world.
Yeah, we want to be interactive with our listeners, and we'll be able to tell them how to, reach out to us through email and things like that. But we just want to grow, man. I think we're all like, we wake up every day as husbands, dads, coworkers, friends. A lot of things pulling on us, man. A lot of different directions we can look at throughout the day and give our ear to. I just think it's so important to carve out intentional time. And for us, it's going to be a couple of times a week is when we're going to drop our podcast. But to carve out intentional time just to learn and grow and get quiet before God and be spoken to and really be challenged. I think this podcast is going to be challenging. It's going to be a voice of encouragement. It's going to be a voice of hope and truth into people's lives. But I'm looking forward to being coached up by some phenomenal guests that we already have lined up. A lot of guests, Chris, as you know, are going to be guys and gals that our listeners are already very well acquainted with. And we're going to bring some people on that no one's ever heard of. But you and I know personally, man, they knock it out of the park in a certain area of their life, and we're going to grow from them and learn from them and use God's word as a life application. Like, what does this really mean? Like, how do we use this? So I think you're phenomenal at that, by the way, Chris, in terms of just learning and adapting and using it in your own life a little bit. So do I see that wrong in you as a co-host? I hope not.
I hope not. Well, let me just say that, it's again, I hope that we can meet people where they're at, and the blessing of meeting people that inspire you, as you and I have been fortunate to meet each other through the world of broadcasting, and hopeful to use the platform of modern technology to bring a lot of other people along, and have that encouragement and accountability piece in a lot of different people's lives. So let's get started.
It's the Coach Me Up podcast. It's going to be looking at it for wherever you go to find your podcast. We're going to be there during the month of August when we drop on our first episode. I think it's going to change a lot of lives. It's going to change mine. It's going to challenge me as I prepare for the podcast. I want to also thank our couple of sponsors that have jumped on before they ever heard an episode. I think they believe in our vision. OneCountry.com, they are phenomenal at what they do right now. They're a company based out of Northwest Arkansas. They have a huge giving program. They have a huge giving heart behind everything they do. They made their brand in country music, the news of country music over the years, but they are phenomenal right now. OneCountry.com, we can't thank them enough. And Blue Delta Jeans, man, all of us guys out there that like the top level jeans, Blue Delta Jeans has believed in our project as well, and we're so thankful for their ownership believing in us. And so you'll be hearing those two names a lot, OneCountry.com and Blue Delta Jeans. But again, you want to be encouraged, you want to grow, you want to be challenged, you want truth, you want hope spoken into your life. Be watching for the Coach Me Up podcast coming next month. We'll see you then.